Hello and welcome back to Wolverine Alley-Oop. I'm Phil Ladzinski.
And I'm Jake Karalexis.
And we're here with a segment that we concocted last season, although a slight adaptation today. We're going to call it the Summer Update. And given that there was so much going on in Michigan basketball in particularly May and June,
it's crazy
we
how
have
much
a lot
was
to
going on.
talk about. So we have three experts today here to talk about Michigan's departure of Coach Beilein.
We also have an expert to discuss Michigan players departing for the NBA draft and where they were drafted and any surprises on that front.
Exactly, and lastly but not least, Naz Hillman competing and winning gold medal with Team USA, the FIBA World Cup over the summer. So pretty impressive feat from her, and we're looking forward to hearing more about what each component had to offer this summer. So first off, we're going to bring in NBA insider Jack Morrell here to talk about Coach John Beilein.
Hey,
Hi,
Phil,
Jack.
Jake, thanks for having me, guys.
Great to have you on, Jack.
Thanks for coming. How was your summer? Any surprises?
Well, it's funny you ask because early summer, one day, got a good night's sleep, wake up, bright, fresh day at home, gonna talk to my dog a little bit, and I see this news on my phone that Coach Beilein has left Michigan for the Cavs. Totally surprisingly, a blindside hit. No flag was thrown, and it
no
hurt.
targeting.
Yeah,
just,
no
just
targeting,
outright.
nothing. Play was not under review. This was before the PI rule change. So, it was sad, and a lot of people don't know this, but I actually adopted Coach Beilein as my grandpa a couple years ago. So it was.
And you still didn't know that he was making the switch.
I had no idea. So I tweeted when it happened. I was like, is it possible for me to transfer to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Can they give me a degree? But turns out they can't, so here I am.
I agree that it really caught us off guard, but you have to be happy for Coach Beilein at the end of the day. Any college basketball coach aspires to one day coach in the pros, and certainly it's a chance for him to prove that he's not just a good college coach, but he's good in the NBA. So what do you think are the odds of him being successful with the Cavs?
Yeah, well, one thing a lot of people didn't know about Grandpa, can I call him Grandpa? Grandpa was that he's always dreamed of coaching in the NBA. And so I think his game will translate to the NBA. It's certainly one that, as we know, is a little bit defense-oriented, and that hasn't been the case in the NBA, scoring averages going up and up. But maybe that's a change the NBA needs. The Cavs have not been the best lately, so he likes the guys on the team, and maybe that will translate into wins on the schedule.
Right. Yeah, I think they have a lot of young talent, but certainly they're a little ways away from making the playoffs or competing for a championship. So, but we know Beilein is good at developing talent, and I'm sure he'll be able to do it in the NBA as well.
No doubt, no doubt.
So, Jack, thank you very much for coming on the
Phil,
show today.
Jake, thanks
Always
for
a pleasure.
having me, yeah.
We'll see if your Beilein predictions come true.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
That or he'll come back to Michigan. I don't know what would be better.
And now we'll welcome in our second expert. He is our NBA draft expert, Mr. Ethan Graham. Ethan, how are we doing today, sir?
Good. How are you, Jake?
I'm doing well. Spectacular. Great to have you on. So look,
Great to be on.
and we know that Michigan, with a couple of surprising NBA draft departures leaving after last season, we knew that Charles Matthews was very likely to forego his redshirt senior season, as he should have, to go to the NBA. However, surprise in the aspect that both Jordan Poole and Ignas Brazdeikis not only both declared for the draft, but both remained in the draft. What do you think inspired that on both fronts, and do you think it was the right decision for both of them?
Yeah, so after watching about, give or take, 1,000 hours of film on Ignas Brazdeikis and Jordan Poole last year and over the summer, attending personal one-on-one workouts with them where they showed me their talents, I was not at all surprised that Ignas Brazdeikis decided to stay in the draft. He looked like he had all the NBA talents. On the other hand, Jordan Poole, I really was shocked. I didn't think he had anything but a shot. I didn't know what he was really thinking. And him being drafted in the first round at Golden State kind of caught me off guard. I was like, Golden State, but they're good enough to take a risk on a player, years to develop. So that makes sense to me. But overall, I think Jordan Poole might struggle. I think he might spend some major time in the G League, not the D League anymore, the G League. Based on all of my experience, I've never seen a player like him truly flourish too fast in the NBA. On the other hand, in my mock draft that I released a week before the draft, I had Ignas Brazdeikis going to the Knicks in that pick. So I'm kind of a genius.
The exact slot.
The exact slot. He fits their system.
That's why you're our expert.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any. I don't think any other expert on any company would have predicted
No one could have done that. And I'm predicting this too. R.J. Barrett will be a bust.
Oh.
Put him in the Anthony Bennett category. And Ignas Brazdeikis, when you look back on this draft in 5-10 years, the Knicks are going to be loving their choice. They're going to have an 8-time All-Star on their hand, All-NBA, just a complete amazing guy. Also, my heart goes out to Charles Matthews. Getting hurt before the draft was looking great. I think when he's healthy, when the opportunity is right, he will get his chance in the NBA, and he will make us all proud.
So one more question before we let you get back to your hard work.
Yeah.
So look, Jordan Poole, we know he's got the shot. We don't know what else he's got.
Yeah.
We know he's athletic. The Warriors seem like a good fit. I mean, they're a good fit for almost any sort of wing/guard type of scorer. Ignas Brazdeikis, for me, looking at him last year, the one thing that I was concerned about was if he was athletic enough. So what do you think? And then we'll let you go real quick.
I'm thinking his athleticism will come with time, but right now he just got the heart of a true champion, and that's what the Knicks need because they suck.
Well,
and they have no heart.
And if he grinds half as hard as you have over the past few months, I'm sure he'll have a successful career.
Yeah, me and him were on a texting basis. He'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you for
Ethan,
having me.
great to see you. Thank you so much.
Always nice to have a guy on the show who truly knows so much.
Oh, absolutely.
It is pretty incredible. So lastly, we're going to bring in Allie Marsh, who is the Olympic team coordinator for the women's team. Fresh off a gold medal this summer, Allie, it's great to have you on the show. Congratulations on a great summer.
You know, it was a really good summer for the women. It was a little bit dicey with the men's team this summer at USA Basketball, but we're really proud of the work that these ladies put in.
Absolutely,
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. So, given that Naz is a Michigan player, how does that translate to a setting where you're competing like internationally against players from across the world?
I think specifically with Naz, she's just has quite the grit when she plays out there on the in Chrysler. You can just watch her, and she plays like she's 6 inches taller than she is. She's grabbing every rebound. She's as Jack likes to call her, a double machine. She really just has that it factor, and so it translates really well to international basketball and playing for Team USA.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was great to see her do that. I honestly wasn't sure that female collegiate athletes competed in that. Is it both collegiate and professional, or is it?
Yeah, so she played on like the team or USA Basketball's U18 team, and so there's like the professional like level to that as well. Like the team that like we would take like men's team to like the Olympics, like the women's team put together like the same thing. Naz just played on their U18 competitive league this summer.
Gotcha. Well, it's certainly encouraging that one of our players would be invited to compete at that level on that world stage. So how do you think that's going to translate to her performance this year for the Wolverines?
Well, she had a really great freshman season for the Wolverines. At the end of the year, she brought home Freshman of the Year at the Big Ten Awards, 6th Player or 6th Man of the Year award as well. And she appeared in every game coming off the bench. Like, she was just quite the force for the Wolverines, and I see her being like our strongest player this year. And so I think it's going to translate really well for her, and just things like that she learned there and got to like play against like a little bit different competition. I think that'll help a lot coming into this year.
Absolutely. So my last question would be, with that newfound confidence she has from this summer and also being such a force on the team last year, do you think she's still going to come off the bench, or is she going to kind of demand a starting role with the notoriety that she's created for herself?
If she doesn't demand a starting role, I'll go do it for her. She absolutely deserves it. She's great.
I agree. But maybe, that's just the thing for her. She plays better coming off the bench, and that's what she wants to stick with.
That is true for some people, but I think you'll see she's a star this year.
Absolutely. Okay, so I guess time will tell, but most likely going to be a starter. It would probably be criminal if she wasn't. All right, so I guess that's all we have for you today. Ellie, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Always a pleasure.
We'll see you soon. And that's all we have from the summer update for this year, but I imagine we have more weekend updates to come as the season progresses. So signing off, I'm Phil Ledzinski.
And I'm Jake Alexis.
Thank you very much.